Warmest greetings. First, I want to give thanks and praise to the Most High. Give thanks for life. And give thanks to Tony Barber Shop, Babasontony. And if you go on YouTube, you get all the stuff what Tony's been doing in his barber shop. And we big up Tony for giving the space to express ourselves. So again, we give thanks to the great man, Tony, most conscious black man in the UK. Inside the house, in the hot seat, we do have Ricardo, who is no stranger to terms of talking. To Ricardo yourself, the biggest mouth of the place sometimes, because your information and knowledge is so powerful, man. Seems to have enough more when it comes to your thing about sports and them thing there. And anyway, I don't want to blog about what Ricardo for speak, because I'm going to talk about the great man Muhammad Ali, and also he'll be talking about the book he'll be involved in. So Ricardo, as you know that Muhammad Ali passed away.
Yes.
The other day there. It was last week. Was it last week?
Last week. His funeral was on Friday morning.
Friday morning, yeah.
I believe he passed away on was it the 4th of June? 4th of June, if I understand to be correct. It's Saturday the 4th.
4th, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay then, so we have said about the great one.
Well, first thing, greetings to each and everybody tuning in. What I have to say about Muhammad Ali is that Ali has to be, without question, the greatest sportsman of all time. Whenever we talk about black, white, Chinese, Indian, Asian, Caucasian, whatever nationality or creed or colour you want to talk about, there's no sportsman that's had the impact that he has had. That's the first thing. Muhammad Ali, for those who are not aware, okay, I'm just gonna put something out there for those who watch this, just to give them a little clue. For those who are not aware and those who don't know, what I would like you to do is just do a YouTube search of Muhammad Ali and put it in YouTube. And what you will notice is that you will see as much footage of Muhammad Ali when he's not boxing.
Right.
In terms of some of the things that he's done as a human being and as an individual, as you will see as a boxer. And if you look at all the great sportsmen and women of all time, Gary Sobers, Viv Richards, Sachin Tendulkar, Don Bradman, George Best, Pele, any footballer, even if you want to talk about Bobby Charlton or Bobby Moore or Michel Platini, Maradona, anybody, you do a search and look and see. The majority of the footage will be of them on the field of play in their particular sports, doing what they're doing. Yeah. But what you will see with Muhammad Ali, you get a full spectrum. You get the boxer, you get the craftsman, you get the social activist, you get the political side. So you get a full library of the impact that he's had. And that to me is enough evidence to support my statement that he's the greatest sportsman of all time. For us as African people, there isn't another African, I'm using the word African as a collective term. Yeah? There isn't another African, a person of African origin, as a sportsman or woman who has had an impact on our people, where he's used this sport as a vehicle to touch so many people than any other person of African heritage that's ever been before him.
But also, just to jump in, that he's one who bring boxing to life, because
of course,
because only reason why I used to watch boxing because of Muhammad Ali.
Yes.
Everybody look forward to watch this great man Muhammad Ali. So he bring boxing to life, And from understand, and this was something we was talking about. In fact, you brought it to our attention that when he went to the Olympics, he was
Yes,
light,
yes.
light heavyweight.
It was.
That's the reason why he was so fast and quick.
Yes, it was.
Mm.
Muhammad Ali started boxing, I believe, when he was 13 years old. Somebody stole his bicycle, and when he was a kid, and a local police officer said to him, "Young man, maybe you need to learn how to defend yourself." And he went to a local boxing gym and started doing boxing classes, and he progressed on from there. And somebody that he fought later on, called Archie Moore, was training some young amateurs and some young boxers. And Ali, at the time, his name was Cassius Clay, for those young people who don't know. And he was good enough to be selected for the United States Olympic team. And he was a smaller frame, a lighter frame. So he was selected not as a heavyweight, but as a light heavyweight, which was again why he had so much speed and mobility. And he won the Golden Glove award, which is an award that Sugar Ray Leonard won, for those who don't remember. A boxer called Pernell Whitaker won that award as well, and another boxer of Mexican descent called Oscar De La Hoya won that award. And every time, and there's a boxer called Stevenson from Cuba who also won that award. And it's the Golden Glove for the best boxer in the Olympics. And in the 1960 Olympics, he won the Golden Glove award for the outstanding boxer in Rome. He won that award and subsequently went back to the United States, and it was an incident that he had in a local cafe. And he wanted a hot dog and a coffee and so on. And for those viewers who are watching this who are of a younger age, in those period of time in the United States of America, there was something called segregation, and there were certain bars and cafes that people of color were not allowed to go into. And he went into the bar, and Muhammad Ali gives the interview himself on several occasions that he's been on. And for those who are listening, I'm going to quote Muhammad Ali, but I'm going to apologize for my language. But I'm only using this particular word only because I'm quoting Muhammad Ali. And he was served in the bar, and he recalls the incident, and he said he wanted a hot dog. Can I get a hot dog and a coffee, please? Because he was overjoyed. He'd been back to America, been in Rome at the Olympics for so long, been away with the training camp, and had come back, had a little celebration, went to see his family in Louisville, Kentucky, went down to a local cafe in the city centre, and they had a big sign on the door. And he said, I don't care about that sign. He went in there and he sat down. And the man who was at there gave Muhammad Ali a stern look. And he was cleaning out the bar, and he said, excuse me, young man, we don't serve niggers inside here. And Muhammad Ali turned around and said, that's good, because I don't eat them either. I don't eat them either. So all I want is a hot dog and a coffee, and something to eat. And they accosted him and threw him out, and they wouldn't serve him. And he went to his lake, I think it was the Michigan River, Lake Michigan. He took off his gold medal and he threw it into the river. And from that day on, he started to look at things from a political and from a social perspective. So he maintained his humour and his charm and his wit with the media, but he continuously pursued that social and that political arm. He turned professional. He had a group of backers who were watching him from the amateurs and saw him as a great prospect. And he progressed from light heavyweight up to heavyweight. And he fought somebody called Tony Honeysaker, who was a retired ex-policeman. Who used to do part-time policing and also ran a gym, and he was a semi-pro boxer, so that was his first professional fight. And he progressed on from there, and he ended up boxing his old mentor and trainer Archie Moore, which was his 19th professional fight.
Right.
After he fought Archie Moore, because Archie Moore was quite well ranked, and Archie Moore even fought for the world heavyweight title in the 50s. Somebody called Ezra Charles and Josie Joe Walcott as well, he fought. So Archie Moore was a well-respected boxer. And it was after that the media started to get his attention and start to consider, okay then, can this young, at the time named Cassius Clay, is he good enough to fight for the world title? And there was a boxer called Sonny Liston who was destroying everything in his path. You know, Sonny Liston fought Floyd Patterson and destroyed him. Destroyed him.
Yeah, dismantled him, innit?
Dismantled him. You know. And Sonny Liston was a man from a very, very rugged background.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, Sonny Liston used to be, he was in prison for armed robbery.
Armed robbery.
Yeah, and he had links, he was a driver for the mafia. And he used to even be a getaway driver for even certain armed robbers as well. So Sonny Liston had a very rugged and hard criminal background. He was a man not to be played with at all. He was a serious man. And a lot of people were intimidated and frightened by Sonny Liston. And it was rumoured as well that the mafia was financing his boxing career and everything. And when he come out of prison, they backed him and pushed him as a boxer, you know, and used him as a boxer in that way. So Sonny Liston was a fearful man coming from a very ardent criminal background, and this young boy with fresh face, had a very charming, good-looking, youthful look about him. They're thinking this young man is not going to stand a chance against the bear. They used to call Sonny Liston the bear, you know. And Muhammad Ali was the person who, as Dougie said, he got him interested in boxing. He patented the press conference of today.
Yeah.
All the boxers you see today, I listen to man, I'm going like them big and I run up them bolts and all of these things. Muhammad Ali orchestrated all of this. And Muhammad Ali used to have a loudspeaker, a megaphone like what the police used to do, you know, attention. And he walk around and said, I'm looking for Sonny Liston. I'm looking for Sonny Liston. Where's Sonny Liston? And he used to walk up and down at 1 o'clock in the morning. He used to walk up and down with his megaphone. Where's Sonny Liston? I want to fight Sonny Liston. Do you know where he lives? You know where Sonny Liston lives? And he used to walk up and down and everything. And he whilst he was an amateur training and he turned professional, he met somebody called Angelo Dundee, who had trained and worked with various boxers, and also somebody called Bundini Brown. And Bundini Brown was a cut specialist. And for those that don't know boxing, you usually have in your corner, you have a trainer, and you usually have a cutsman. And that man there would use Vaseline, ice, and a metal press. And his job was to try and make sure that if you got any cuts, to make sure that the blood wouldn't come down into your face and block your vision. So Bundini Brown was an expert cut specialist. He'd worked with Sugar Ray Robinson. He'd worked with Joe Louis. Also as well, Angelo Dundee had worked with Joe Louis as well. And he believed that Ali was going to be a great boxer. So the scene was set for Muhammad Ali, very, very young, fresh face, to fight the brown bomber, Sonny Liston. The bookies didn't really give him a chance. They made him 7-1 outsider. And they made Sonny Liston, the bear, they made him 2-1. And Ali beat him in 7 rounds. He outpunched him, quicker to the punch. Ali moved like a middleweight because people didn't believe that he could move and jab on the move and hit. Especially hit on the move in the way that he done. Because most heavyweights at the time usually just come to the middle, use their size and just hammer away until one drop. You understand? But Ali used to come into the centre of the ring and used to hit and move. Hit and move. And he was the first heavyweight also to hit on the retreat. A lot of lightweights and featherweights and welterweights and bantamweights, they used to go backwards and punch, And Muhammad Ali was the first heavyweight to go backwards and outpunch you, going back and outpunch. Because most men would come forward, but he would actually go backwards and skip and dance back and outpunch you. So Ali was famous for that as a heavyweight, used to move. As time went on, he got more involved with the Nation of Islam. He formed a very, very strong friendship with Sam Cooke. He formed an incredible friendship again with Malcolm X as well. He got involved with the Nation of Islam. He saw a lot of the issues that was going on. Malcolm X was being targeted by the American authorities. Also, as well, Martin Luther King organised a march in Birmingham, Alabama, because of the bus strikes that were down Rosa Parks. And by moving that along, Muhammad Ali became more involved politically and wasn't content to just box and just earn a wage as a boxer. He wanted to be more actively involved. So he became involved, became a part of the Nation Islam, changed his name to Muhammad Ali, and he was reportedly well known for refusing the draft, but going to Vietnam. And again, I'm going to use the quote Muhammad Ali again. Apologies for those who are using the word. He was quoted as saying, Viet Cong never called me a nigger. So therefore, I'm not going to go to Vietnam to fight innocent poor people who are being oppressed by the capitalist Americans to go and kill them. So therefore, he took a political stance. He was stripped of his boxing license. He was given a 3-year suspended sentence. He travelled all over Europe as a public and a guest speaker because he couldn't work. His best boxing years were robbed because of the fight when he fought Ernie Terrell in Houston was really seen as possibly, technically, it was his best fight. 3 rounds of masterful boxing. The first round he skipped and moved, made him miss. The second round he hit him on the back foot, and the third round he just counter punched him, doubled up on his shots, and knocked him down in 3 rounds. And it was said to be a boxing masterclass.
Okay then. What was that? That was against who?
That was against Ernie Terrell.
Ernie Terrell, okay.
Yeah, in Houston. That was his last professional fight before they took his license away for not going to Vietnam.
Okay. All right. Okay, we go back 2 minutes left. Boy,
yes.
I want to talk about the book as well.
Yes.
But, what I want to do, because we have to do a part 2.
Yes.
I know I'm going to the history of this thing here.
Yeah, man.
I want people to know the history. What I want to do here is if people want to contact you, come, you do a lot of research into sports and so forth.
Of course.
Just give it your people can contact you and them to you.
Yeah. Anything to do with sports science. I also run a sports injuries clinic as well, and I run a bike health project as well. Anybody want to contact me, you've got here www.rockstonebikealley.org. You can email that. Those who can't see, you can email me on Ricardo at rockstonebikealley.org. That's my email address. You can call my office 0208 442 6110, or you can call my mobile 0757 285 4152.
Read that mobile number one more time.
0757 285 4152.
Okay then. So Ricardo, time has gone so fast. I'm really enjoying what you're saying, but we definitely have a part 2.
Yeah, man, of course.
Talk about the continuing of the Muhammad Ali story.
Yes.
Definitely. So Ricardo, thanks for coming into the Barber Shop.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So give thanks.
Yeah.